Hey there, everybody. This is Magnum Pi. Thanks for joining us. We are Initiative Zero. I'm here with Teku, Golgotha, Vahilo, and Dark Templar, as always. And this is Rifts, Face of Evil, The Face of Evil, the first published adventure by Palladium Books for Rifts. And yeah, we're happy that you're with us. We're going to continue with our adventure. When we last left, Senate Sir Luke and Old Jack had been rough and tumble with a bunch of unarmored coalition robot pilots in the back of a hover truck as they were being transported back to the depot. And Lex, Portland, and Sly, and now that Sly is garbed in Psystalker armor, were making their way back to the depot as well. And so we will we'll jump in with the guys in the truck here. The truck is descending. What do you guys want to do?
We tied everyone up. Can I get a look at the hole that's in the side of the tarp?
Yeah, so you'd have to kind of pull down to look through the slit there, yeah. And so you peer out the side, and you can see that you are now descending over treetops. And yeah, that's basically what you can see from the side of the truck. The vehicle does a quick tilt to one side, so it seems to be circling, and as it descends, you guys kind of steady yourself a little bit without falling over, but you are still standing in the back of a descending vehicle.
I really wish I knew what kind of an installation we were, physically speaking, landing in. If it was fenced, if it was like an open, almost helipad. And I'll look at Old Jack and Sir Luke and say, first order of business, we got to deal with the pilots. I've already turned off their in-cabin radio.
Yeah.
So they won't have been able to communicate this entire trip.
Can you turn off the brains like you did the other ones?
I can, but my brain's getting real tired.
You'd have to see them as well.
Well, I can't. Yeah, I can't do it from here. I can do it hypothetically, but I'm starting to run out of steam here, and I'd like to save it for emergencies.
Oh, this might be an emergency.
So, if Old Jack and I are able to get out, and again, they don't realize who we are yet. If we get out first and we go talk to the pilots and basically grab them and drag them back here with minimal fuss.
Are they in their armor?
No, they're just in fatigues as well.
Okay, good.
So I'd like to assume that if you were to take an MGC weapon and aim it at the back of someone's head and say, walk this way, they will follow.
Yeah,
One would hope.
Yeah, they don't have a death wish, that's for certain.
And once we get them back here, you can help us disarm them and tie them up with the others, and at which point we can make a wider assessment of our circumstances.
Okay, I'll nod in agreement and go, that sounds like a plan.
Not a very good plan, but it is our plan.
Well, it's the plan that we got right now based on what we have been able to do.
But again, you don't look like you fit the scene, so just hide in here for a second.
I will hide in here.
If you hear a scuffle, come flying through the side of this tarp, of course.
Yes, of course.
What if we don't get out the back? Says Old Jack.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that plan too. All of us have MDC melee weapons. We just hack our way into the cabin.
No. Won't they come looking? When nobody's coming out the back of the truck once we land?
If you're just going to upstage me like that, fine.
Hey, I'm just thinking here.
Sure.
Well, I thought you were going to go talk to them and bring them back in.
Yeah, but at this point, it's easier if they come to us. He's got a point.
Oh, yeah, true enough.
So
we could even just call out, hey, a little help in here.
Yeah, I think there was a movie back to that. Never mind.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't. If it's a trope because it works. Yeah.
Well, especially if they get out and see that there's a blast hole through the side of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that might be the easiest way to do it.
So at that point, again, draw your weapons and we should be able to just more or less take them right here.
All right.
He said, expecting them to get out and start asking questions.
All right. Well, then maybe we should buckle ourselves up for the landing.
There.
Cool.
And I'll grab a seat close to the back so that I can be right beside them when they walk in.
Okay.
I'll put myself front and center
Okay.
as a kind of decoy, not a decoy, but as a bait.
You know what? Excuse me. Because I'm such a nice guy, I might even put my boot on one of the guys on the floor just to make sure he doesn't tumble out the back.
Now the back does have there's a kind of a gate on the back that's up.
Oh, well, I mean, concussions are cumulative, so I'll just steady whatever of the tied up guys are on the floor, because there's no sense in being,
Very kind of you.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Magnanimous, even.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the gateway drug to making him love me per my insanity.
All right. And so you can feel the hover vehicle kind of pull around. The back end swings around as it lowers down slowly. Yeah. And you can hear landing gear coming down as the vehicle kind of gives a hard hit when it hits the ground. And the whine of the hover engines cut out. Old Jack undoes his restraints there.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Ditto.
All right. Sir Luke, is your sword still out?
No, I put it back in, but I could bring it back when necessary.
Okay.
When you say put it back in, where does it go?
Well, you know what I mean. I don't literally put it
I don't. I do not.
Don't put it in anything. Yeah.
That is not in the description of any Sword ability I've ever read. Look at me. I'm the sheath now.
All right. So, sorry, you're going to do what now?
Unbuckle.
Okay. Cool. So, you guys are in the back of the truck. You hear the front doors open on the vehicle and close. And, yeah, something was happening back there. You can hear it's a little muffled through the dark.
And I'll kind of call out and say, can you give us a hand in here? This one's a bit more than we expected.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of feet on gravel rushing to the back. Anything you want to do, Sir Luke, Senate?
I'm just sitting there, and when he comes in, I'm going to go, hi.
I'll draw a pistol and keep it somewhat concealed. The MDC pistol, because I want to make a point.
Yeah, and old Jack will level his laser rifle. Get down on one knee, leveling the rifle. You can hear them climb onto the back and unclip the back tarp there and grab the gate and pull the gate down. Pulling the tarp back, you see the face of one guy with a C-18 laser pistol drawn and pointed at you.
And I'll point my pistol back and say, come on in.
And he steps in. You can hear quick steps of feet on gravel moving away from the vehicle as this one steps in.
That's not great.
Yeah. Anybody
and
want to try anything here?
I'll
Turn off his brain?
Yeah, I'll stick my head out the window.
There is no window.
Well, the doorway in the back.
Okay, so you rush to the back. You rush to the back of the vehicle. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you rush to the back, and what's your speed?
A lot. 25.
Oh yeah, you move faster than this guy. This guy is running. You stick your head out. Basically, you see the side of what looks like a big, almost like a hangar, with hangar doors closed, and a smaller door there. He's running toward the door, gun out. Right, and he's basically, we're under attack.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna shut that right down. We'll start with. No, you know what? Because if I paralyze him, he'll still be able to call out. We don't want that either.
Actually,
so I can't do this smoothly.
If I was wrong when I said that before, because I looked at the description of biomanipulation, and if we look at the description of biomanipulation, it says paralysis. A paralyzed character can still use psionics, but only if he has line of sight. Spellcasters need to speak, so they cannot cast spells when paralyzed, which implies that you can't speak. So
okay, well in that case, brain off.
And you're lucky he rolled under a 15, so that means he just collapses like that before he gets to the door.
I hope he gets some road rash on the gravel.
The other guy stands beside you with his gun. Old Jack, you can hear old Jack say, just set the gun down.
I'll take the gun from him.
You get up and walk to the back and take the gun from him? Okay.
Thank you. That's very considerate. I didn't have another weapon.
It might be worth having one of those uniforms intact.
Oh, yes.
You heard the man. Strip. And the guy starts to take his clothes off there.
And I'm going to peek outside. I don't see anyone else. There's no lookout towers, no nothing like that.
Well, if you want to get down out of the vehicle, you can.
Yeah.
All
Sneaky
right.
like.
Yeah. You want to prowl? Do you have to?
You know what? I'm wearing coalition armor. I don't know that I need to exactly.
Okay. So you just climb down out of the vehicle?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Just see if you roll high enough that you notice just over top of it's kind of a sort of semicircular arch, right? Like that kind of hangar looking thing, right? The building, but just over that, you can see the sensor turret and head of a UAR-1 combat robot.
Oh, that's worrying.
And again, just to remind you of what that looks like.
Scary is what they look like.
Yeah, we want to get out of the line of sight of that if we can.
Right, that is a UAR-1 combat robot.
I don't like those.
So you can just you can basically just make out the head and turret.
Yeah.
Now the turret has 360-degree possibilities here.
Yeah. I'm gonna say over my shoulder to Jack, can you fly this thing and maybe park it a little closer to the building so we're not in line of sight of that god-awful robot?
It would look really weird for us to start it back up again.
I can take off my helmet and you can keep me prisoner again until we get line of sight.
Yeah, all right. And that guy should be in the shadow of the building so we can deal with him when we get over there.
Well, we should bring him back into the vehicle here.
Well, that might involve some sneaking.
Well, we can weekend with Bernie's with him.
Suppose that's true. All right. Well, I mean, looking at the guy, does he look overly heavy?
He looks like a standard heavy person.
I should be able to carry that.
Probably.
Yeah,
you're more than the average strength of a human.
Yeah.
Right? You're exceptional strength.
So, you guys grab his clothes. Make sure these guys are all tucked in. I'll bring
all right.
the sack of potatoes back.
Yeah, and he looks at the guy that's now basically stripped to his skivvies. Says, "All right, sit down here, buckle up." And Jack takes care of tying him up and gagging him in the back of the truck there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll
grab dead weight, bring him back.
Okay. You help him
Nothing
up.
to see here. Everything is normal.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll tie him up just the same.
Okay.
Make sure we've got our bag of goodies there, and if you want to take your helmet off there, Sir Luke, we'll get moving inside.
Done and done.
So
Just honestly,
so now you're fully dressed in your armor except for the helmet, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
but from a distance, maybe. Well, I guess with that instrument, it's going to be kind of suspicious. Is there any way is there any like rags you could put on me?
Not that's going to cover up fully environmental body armor.
Well, we've got the tarp here. Can we, take off some of the tarp from the
well,
sides?
you might have to just ditch the arms. It's
Yeah,
it's not ideal, but it's not the worst thing either.
It won't take me long to put the back on. So I take off the arms as well.
Okay, so you remove parts of your fully environmental body armor.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just not wearing the arms and the helmet.
Yeah. So it at least looks like, yeah.
So it looks like you're wearing fully environmental body armor without the arms and helmet. Okay.
And I'll grab the broken zip tie, place it over as though it's still attached, like over his wrist as though it's still attached.
Yeah, and you could
And
probably
again,
try to hold it in your hand to make it look like something, but without a concealment
Yeah, I was gonna
skill
do
or
that.
anything like that, it's not going to
Yeah.
pass scrutiny. But yeah,
And I'll grab our bag of tricks in one hand and Sir Luke in the other, and give old Jack a nod, and then start walking inside.
cool. All right. So you guys step out of the back of the truck there. And yeah, you walk up. So it's basically, there's two hangar doors, right? Sliding hangar doors. They do have a number of airborne vehicles, Samus power armor, the Sky Cycles. So you can tell that they would have stowed those in the hangar. Likewise, this hover truck as well could end up going inside there. But it parked with the back end toward the main door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although toward the hangar doors. There is a smaller side door, which is what the guy was running for as well. That's there.
Mhm.
So what are you guys doing?
I would love to sabotage a lot of this equipment.
I was going to say the same thing, but we don't have time for that now.
No, I don't know that we do.
And you can hear as the UAR-1 kind of comes around the building.
Don't care for that at all.
And
Don't like that.
its feet kind of step forward around the corner of the building, and then its waist turns, right, so that it's kind of looking sideways, and then it takes another step and its feet follow as it comes around the building, and it points down slightly at you, and over a loudspeaker you hear, "Everything all right? Our communication's out."
And I'll give him a thumbs up. And I don't know if he can hear me, and I'll respond, "Yeah, bringing one in from the town. He was stirring up a fuss."
And all right. And where's everybody else?
Well, he was in the back of the van, or back of the truck, stirring up a fuss. So they're getting themselves put back together. Couple of bumps and bruises, nothing serious.
All right. And you can see that on the shoulder there's two little laser turrets that track together as they're moving over the grounds there. All of his missile bays are full, the ones in the shoulders and the one hanging off the shoulder as well. Yeah, and he just kind of stands at that corner and begins to survey again. The top sensor thing starts to sweep back and forth.
So we're going to look
Good-
at
good
Senate
talk.
in the eye and think, geez, I guess we have to do this.
It's the opposite of what I want.
It usually is. Nothing's going to go smoothly. It's all good.
All right. Well,
It's now or never.
wait. Now or never. What? I was gonna like. So far, the ruse is holding. It's not going to hold for long,
that's what I'm saying.
but it's holding for now.
Now
so
or
let's
never.
go.
Let's go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's go. I thought you were getting ready to pull the last stand on this robot.
No. Now or never, and that we are going to continue on with the plan.
Jeez.
That was like an aim for the bushes
Jesus
moment. I was like,
Christ.
no, it is not.
No. I'm not suicidal.
Jeez.
I know I'm strong, but I can't take on that.
All right, so what are you taking on then?
Well, we're going to start moving
door?
further into the. Yeah.
All right. So you
As fun
go
as
for
this is.
you go to that side door, or are you going to?
Go to the side door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you head to the side door there, and there's a keypad
Oh no.
on the external door.
Ooh, that's not great.
Should have known that was going to happen.
How far are we from the truck?
Not far at all. Maybe 10 feet. Like he parked basically so that the back end was facing the bay doors, and you basically walk 10 to 15 feet over to the side door there.
All right. The guy who was running for that door.
Yeah.
Can you pull a number out of him?
I don't know that would still be one of his surface thoughts.
Says, why don't you hold on to the prisoner here? Says old Jack.
Okay. Like, I could gladly go ask him. That's not a problem.
I have a way
I think
with
old
people.
Jack has a way.
Sure. And off he went.
Yeah, climbs
With
back
violence
into
in
the
his heart.
climbs back into the yeah. When you got a 75, that should do. And yeah, he you hear a quite a loud thud, and then old Jack comes back out. Yeah, that'll do. He walks up to the keypad, doop 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 doop, and there's a bit of a buzz, and he opens up the door.
So I'm going to just say, do I want to know what you did to get the information?
No, but we want to know the number once we're out of the line of sight of the Doom robot. And I will push Sir Luke as much as Sir Luke can be pushed into the door.
In you go.
In I go. Do we see any other people?
Not yet. You're going in. And old Jack follows Senate and closes the door behind. Inside is basically the warehouse, or sorry, the hangar. You can see 8 SAMS power armor suits there, and there's another kind of, well, there's a set of windows looking out from a sort of office or kind of barracks area on the other side of the hangar. And old Jack gives you a nudge. Let's go, prisoner.
Yes, sir.
And I'll look at old Jack and what was the code?
And he tells you.
Yeah, I'll just mental note.
Yeah.
All right. And I will switch from pistol to rifle.
You basically pull your rifle one-handed. Now you're not carrying the duffel anymore, or?
No. Can the duffel go over my shoulder?
It could. Yeah.
Though,
Okay.
as though it were a bag?
Yeah. I'm sure probably has some sort of shoulder strap if you want, and you can take
Yeah.
the rifle down. Okay. And from the back end, as you guys move across the hangar area, the door opens up, and out steps a guy in uniform.
Yeah. As we're approaching, are there any cameras in here or surveillance equipment?
Not really.
Okay. Just checking. So we'll continue to approach, gun trained on Sir Luke.
Yeah. So the guy steps out in this sort of uniform. Come on. There we go.
Ooh, an officer.
And yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. And he says, "What's going on? We've got our comms are down."
I'll
What
say
are you
there was a
doing
disturbance
back?
there was a disturbance in the town. We got dispatched back here by the lead on site.
Well, I know there was a disturbance in the town. That's why I sent you. Comms went down once you guys left. Where's the third?
He's in town. He's securing the scene.
Why'd you bring back the truck?
Well, couldn't fly with him, and I'll nod to the enormous thing beside me.
Hi.
I suggest we toss him over in the one of the storage areas.
Ooh, storage areas.
And he points over at basically a fenced-in area in the hangar. What do you think caused the communications outage?
Couldn't say. There was a garbled transmission that came through. It didn't seem to make any sense to me.
Well, the comm officer is trying to get around it. Should have it resolved shortly.
Yeah.
Have you tried turning it on and off?
Shut up.
And I'll kind of prod him with the barrel of the rifle. Do you understand how much trouble you're in?
I'm just a victim of circumstance.
Aren't we all? And then with that, I might turn the barrel on the officer.
Okay. So you turn on your heel, basically, and point the gun at him?
Yep. And I'll say, why don't we go pay a visit to the communications officer?
And says, I see what we got going on here. Yeah, let's do that. He puts his hands up. Give me a perception check.
Ooh, can I perception check too?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that putting his hands up was part of the instruction. Kind of rude to assume.
Where's perception again? That's on general, right?
Yeah.
General page. All right.
Yeah, so Sir Luke, you notice that his left hand is bionic or cybernetic.
Oh. Helpful information for later.
Might also be information now, potentially.
What are you going to take his arm off?
Well, no. I'm just wondering if, like, what's the need? Like, I know bionics are obviously going to make them augment his strength and such, but does it, like, there anything else in it, like communications devices or anything?
There could be,
You can
I
put all
imagine,
sorts
concealed weapons.
You can put all sorts of stuff in a bionic arm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's like surgically attached, right? It's not like we can, press a couple buttons and it'll just pop off.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could probably pull it off. But
Yeah,
that would be nuts.
more likely to get his shoulder than the actual arm.
Yeah. So I'll just recount that information to them.
Yeah. not to be tacky or cliche, but no funny business. We're not here for you or your men. That said, your rifles work.
They do. And he walks back with his hands up toward the door that he came out of.
Mm-hmm.
As we're doing that, can I put on my helmet and my arms?
Do you really want to take the time to put armor on right now? You can.
Well, how long will it take? Because it's just the helmet and the arms. How long would that take?
Maybe just your helmet.
I would
might be
say
the move.
I would say a third of the time it would take to put on your armor. So probably 2 rounds. At least.
So 30 seconds?
Something like that.
And
The
you do it
question
while
is,
walking?
the question is if, no, you'd have to stop because you have to attach things. The question, I mean, you could put your helmet on probably if you stop for a second and toss it on, but attaching the arms and stuff like that, there's a seal that
I'll
has
do
to be
that.
done.
I'm going to put the helmet on at least.
Okay, so you put your helmet on as you walk. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Typically, the environmental body armor just has a faceplate that gets removed because the helmet is sealed on, right? So to make sure that there's a vacuum seal. But yeah, so you.
Can I attempt, as he's walking, good old shot at telepathy? Start reading those surface thoughts of his? Because if we're getting walked into an ambush, I'd rather have some sort of a heads up.
Yeah,
You're
for
definitely
sure.
getting walked into an ambush.
Unfortunately, you can't read anything in this man.
That's not great. Okay, ISP's off. And I'll look at Jack and say, you got him?
I got him.
All right. And walking on the side of the officer that doesn't have the bionic arm, rifle still out and aimed in his direction.
Mm-hmm.
Walk me through exactly where we're going.
We're going into the main barracks area.
How many personnel are we expecting?
Well, myself and the comms officer are here. You've got your 2 robot pilots outside. How did you think you were going to get out of here?
Don't use the verb think with any affiliated idea to do with this little excursion of ours. Think isn't entering into it anymore.
I'm going to turn on my blade.
Okay.
As though to prove the point.
All right. And he kind of looks over his shoulder at Sir Luke. Cybernite?
I'll wink at him.
Interesting. And he gets to the door.
Mm-hmm. And I'll look at him and say, no disrespect, but your non-mechanical hand, please. And I'll gesture for him to open it.
And he reaches with his right hand and opens the door.
Okay. And I will nod at Sir Luke, step through the door, walk up behind the communications officer. Or go looking for the communications officer.
Yeah, there is no communications officer in here. What you find in here is you've now moved into basically a small like office area that's looking out into the hangar. There's a computer open on a desk, and yeah, but the comms officer is not in here.
Okay, and I'll look back. Where's your officer?
Well, he's probably deeper in the barracks there, and he points over to the other door there.
Where's your comm station?
Well, it can be accessed from a number of points.
May seem like I'm getting annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably because I am. When you left your officer with instructions to work on the comms issue, where was he doing that?
I left him in the communications room. Would you like me to take you to the communications room?
I was under the impression that was where we were going.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go to the communications room. And another perception check.
So close to asking Jack to punch you in the back of the head.
Another perception check. Yeah, and that's right. Communications room is just through here. Then he walks up to the other door.
Do I notice anything?
No?
No? Okay.
I'm going to try telekinesis again, or telepathy again.
Okay. Cool.
Well, that didn't do it.
Yeah, it did.
Did it?
Roll
Oh,
low.
sorry. Oh, you want to roll low. Sorry.
Yeah. His surface thoughts are about... I hope they haven't been able to jam my short-range radio. Right. We're heading to the communications room.
With that, I'm going to put the barrel of my weapon to his temple. I'm going to step forward to do this, and I'm going to say, quite calmly and coldly, turn off your short-range radio. Now.
All right, he says, and he kind of wiggles his jaw.
And then inside of his mind, I'm going to say, the Cyber Knight isn't the only one to worry about today.
All right. Psychic. You must have taken out our dog pack. Psy Stalker. You can see that as you got closer, his right eye is cybernetic.
Oh. So, I don't know really anything about your Psy Stalker, your dog boys, but I do know that you're going to take us to the communication room now.
They might be waiting for us there.
Are they?
I'm hoping so.
And what does his surface thought say?
I'm hoping so.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's not...
He's leading us into a trap, is what he's saying.
Hmm. All right. And I'll look at Sir Luke and say, I was kind of hoping to take down the communications from the inside, but if they've got multiple points of access, there's not much point.
Yeah, I agree. It's
short of hitting the physical structure on the roof, which would kind of alert the robots.
Well, and it seems like the comms are down anyways, except for, as he said, his short...
Well, that's why I wanted the communications officer on hand.
Mm-hmm. But if they're not communicating, at least that means they're in the dark as well.
For now.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we get what we came for?
Yes,
that brings us in the direction of getting out of here sooner.
Sooner better than later.
As much fun as this is, I'm not having a great time.
Yeah, I'd rather not be here any longer than we need to.
So what are you doing with him?
Well, I don't think it's feasible to really tie him up.
Can Jack remove his arm?
Well, yeah.
Well, you've got
totally
the
possible. Totally possible to remove somebody's arm. Yes, not pleasantly, but yes.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, I mean, would it hurt him? And the problem with using my sword is that I've got a code, right? And I don't know if that would violate that code.
Well, is he a worthy opponent?
No, not right now.
Yeah, he's unarmed. Well, except for the arm.
Yeah.
So
no, wouldn't be able to do it.
And I don't know exactly what my psionics would do. Against organic, sure. Against mechanical, I don't dabble in that.
Okay, so you're having this conversation in front of this guy, right? Like he's just
pretty much
standing there. Okay.
And I'm monitoring the telepathy because it's probably a good thing to do.
Where is the warehouse with the ordinances?
You're standing in it.
Oh, well, that's convenient then.
Where's your explosives?
Back out in the hangar.
When's that giant death machine due to move from the spot it was in?
It's on patrol. Same with the second one.
I'm going to look out the window, see where it's at.
There's no window here. I mean, there's a window. There's a window here looking out into the
building, the
hangar bay.
the silo.
Right?
Yeah, hangar. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, again,
that's
we've got armor. The bot thinks we're here for reasons on the up and up.
Is there another vehicle in the hangar that we could use?
Not that you saw when you walked through the hangar. All that's in the hangar right now are Samus power armor. 8 suits.
All right. Yeah,
you do have a hover truck parked out. You have a hover truck parked outside.
I was going to say
that's going to be the yeah.
Can we bring the hover truck in?
Jack, can you fly the hover truck?
Yeah, Senate. I can fly the hover truck.
Oh.
Kind of tilts his head at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we need to get that in here then.
Would you mind?
Well, let's open up these bay doors then, I guess.
Yeah.
And he lowers his gun and looks over at the console.
As he's lowering his gun, I'm going to have I wouldn't use it, but, I got my cyber sword out.
No, my gun is still pretty much touching the guy's
Just
face.
want to make sure. Good, I'll make sure.
And hello, Jack. Computer operation. Yeah, no problem. And you can see the bay doors start to open up. There we go.
And I'll say to the officer, where are your explosives, specifically?
Would you like me to walk you to them?
I think giving direction is probably a good start.
Sure. They're in the bay, well, B4.
And telepathically, is he giving any signs of bluffing or?
He's saying that they are in bay B4, is what he's saying. I mean, that's the thoughts that are being articulated.
All right.
I'm going to know, too, that now that he knows you're a psychic, he might be, if he's got any sort of training, he might be trying to shield his internal thoughts more.
It's possible. So, and I'll look to Sir Luke and say, let's go to B4.
Okay, and I nod my head and let's walk in that direction.
All right. So are you bringing the officer with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Okay, cool. So he's leading. I'm just trying to get an idea of position here. So he's in the lead, and Sir Luke is following you and you have your gun on him.
I'm kind of beside him.
Yeah, but moving forward at the front with him.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Okay. And old Jack will be out there moving toward the truck. All right. And you move up to storage unit B4, which is out in the hangar. You step kind of beside some Samus power armor that seems to be kind of opened up and ready to be donned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's kind of one of those small roll-up doors to a small bay.
Is it locked or unlocked?
I'd have to put in the access code.
Why don't we do that?
Um,
And again,
okay.
monitoring telepathically. I'll look at him and say, no funny business, and tap my temple.
Okay. And you get a quick sense of danger as your sixth sense goes off there, Senate.
Yeah,
Stop.
I will stop him from doing that. Back up.
Okay. And we will jump over to our friends in the woods. Hello there, Lex and
Hey,
Portland.
that's us.
Hey, thanks for being so patient. Lex, Portland, and Sly, you guys are moving quickly through the woods. There have been several passes by the bikes that the sky cycles as you move down through the woods back. Well, you know how to get back to the town. None of you have been to the depot. Do you want to go to the town first and then to the depot, or do you want to go try to find the depot?
Are the sky cycles going in the direction of the town, or are they racing in a different direction?
They seem to be going back and forth over. You can see the lights from the sky cycles kind of looking down into the trees, right? Like they seem to be looking for the source of the crashed trees, right? You don't know that they heard the crashing of the trees, but you can pretty well suspect that your previous battles made quite a bit of noise, right? So,
but I would know where the town was, what direction the town is in, right?
you came from the town, so
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'll be like, that direction is the town.
Yeah.
So that direction, go.
Yeah, and same with Lex.
think I'd
Lex
wanna
came
go
from
in
the
the
town as
opposite.
well, right?
I think I'd want to go in the opposite direction of, like, if I see these sky cycles, if one of the direction is the town and the other direction is not the town, I'd want to go in the direction that's not the town.
Right, but that will bring
If
you
that makes sense.
further away from both the town and the depot. The depot is near the town. So where you guys were going when you found Rasputin the first time, you had been going away from the town. Right? Rasputin
Yes, I
had
was
set up
thinking
his
that they
fire
were-
and his power armor away from the town, right? So
I was thinking that the things are going between the depot and the town.
no, they're flying around over top of the wooded area trying to locate the source of the collapsed trees, right? The fallen trees.
Okay.
So they're circling around, shining their, angling their lights down as they fly overhead.
Hey, let's go to the town. I guess
Yeah, let's go to the town.
that's the only landmark we have.
Well, I mean, you could try to navigate. You guys did see the depot on your way in, right? You passed by it in the boat, right? So you could try to use land navigation or something like that to figure out what direction you would need to head to go directly to the depot, but you wouldn't have to do that to go to the town. You know how to get to the town.
I have land navigation. Do you want to try that?
Yes, please.
That's what we're doing.
Navigation. Do you want me to roll it as well?
If you both have land navigation, yeah, you can both roll.
Fucking go.
Okay, it's dark. Hold on, it's dark and it.
Oh, okay, sure.
That's okay. You had to roll less than a 74. My penalties are not going to affect a 74. You figured it out. You know exactly how to get there. No worries. And less than a 48. My penalties still would have brought you down to a 28, so you're still good as well. So you're good. I was just going to give you penalties because the fact you were in the woods in the dark, but you managed to figure it out. So yeah, you guys can certainly make your way directly to the depot if that's what you'd like to do.
Yeah, let's
Sounds
do
good.
that.
Let's go.
All right. Cool.
As the kids say.
All right, so you guys make your way through the woods, and you come to a small clearing, essentially where there's it's almost a bit of an outcropping of good old Canadian shield, right? Is there at the in the woods here? Not a lot of trees grow on it. And as you skirt the large rock, a sky cycle swoops overhead. I'll give you a chance to prowl, but unfortunately, Portland, you don't have that ability.
I don't.
And yeah, you are caught in the lights. I don't know if Lex is caught in the lights, but yeah. So Lex,
So I am caught in the lights.
Lex, Sly, and Portland, you're all caught in the lights as this thing swoops around and brings itself down, landing right on top of the rock there.
Thank goodness I'm a prisoner. Fantastic.
Yeah, Sly directs his rifle at you, and
My hands are up in the air.
all right. And yeah, the Sky Cycle pilot lands the vehicle and dismounts the Sky Cycle. Comms are down. We've been trying to find out what caused all the commotion we heard from the town.
I know, we were trying to radio in that we found this one. I don't know if he was causing the commotion, but we're bringing him in.
He's a magic user, says Sly. Well, then why haven't you killed him?
Thought that there might be some of the boys that take more pleasure in it.
Nah. Shut up, you stupid dog. He might have information. And it'll be easier to extract it back there. We can take the long, slow way. He wouldn't break when we had a gun to his head, so he knows something important.
Hey, that's torture. I want a gun to my head.
Shut up.
Didn't say no.
Sky Cycle.
I hit him with my rifle for talking.
You can, yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay, are you pulling your
Kind of
punch?
butt end of my rifle.
Are you pulling your punch?
Yeah.
Okay, so first give me a roll to strike.
They're gonna roll to dodge. I'm just
You can choose to dodge if you want, but
Like,
that'll look really
do it like right. I want to do it like right in his like lower back.
okay. There you go. All right, so that would hit, and now you roll your pull punch. Unless you're going to dodge. Are you dodging, Portland?
Well, it'd be pretty fucking funny if I did, wouldn't it? No, I'm
maybe.
not gonna dodge.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And you are successful with the pull punch, so you can do half damage, quarter damage, 1 point of damage, no damage.
Let's do quarter damage.
Okay, cool. And we rolled a d6. We'll say that that's basically the damage that a club does. So you do a d6 plus 6. So a quarter of that is 3 SDC. But
3 SDC.
yeah.
Good. Sorry, my sheet went the other way. Okay, done.
All right. Cool. And you take a rifle to the kidney. Oh, there you go.
Is it just this one Sky Cycle, dude?
Yeah, just the one Sky Cycle dude with the Sky Cycle there.
I mean, yeah. So I'm gonna like hold my back my lower back when I was hit, fall
Yeah.
to my knees, and like be like just like kind of make like almost like a WWE kind of like and like reach for the sky kind of situation, like the fuck, and like fall down and kind of roll around a little bit in pain.
All right.
I do that.
And the Sky Cycle pilot lifts his boot and kicks you.
All right, do it.
What are you going to do? He'll hit.
I am gonna dodge.
Okay, that'll use your action. You could try to parry.
Ooh, that's also. Yeah, I can parry. I'll try a parry. Why
Okay,
not?
because you drop to your hands and knees and you're kind of reaching out like that, I'm not going to let you use your bonus.
Sure.
Just because you're not in a position that's normally kind of for fighting. But I'll let you try to parry anyway without using the attack. So the modifier will be -8.
Submit.
And that doesn't matter because you tie him, and so you actually block his leg.
Okay.
Lex, anything you want to do? Or Portland, anything you want to do?
Well, is it his turn? That was my turn, right? To parry him?
No, it doesn't use your attack.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, if I had parried him, I am going to tackle him to the ground.
Okay, so you're going to kind of throw yourself at him?
Yeah.
Okay. Lex, anything you want to do?
Yeah, I actually just want to kind of grab him grab Portland by the arms and say, let's get him to the depot. We can do more there, and this isn't going to do anything. We've tried all this.
Okay, give me an initiative check between the two of you. I want to see who goes first here between the two of you then. Lex, your sixth sense would have gone off when the Sky Cycle pilot tried to do something, so that's going to give you a +6 to your initiative over and above what you would normally have. I think Lex goes first. So yeah, and I'll just roll for Sly here. Yeah, Lex, you're going first. And I'll roll for the other guy too, just for fun.
Yeah, so I want to, with this guy, I want to kind of step into his way, but I don't want to do it overly, kind of pushing him to the side because, I know my place as a dog boy.
Yeah.
But kind of make that statement of we've tried to beat information out of him and we haven't been able to. This is pointless.
All right. And Sly will say, yeah, look, beating on him's not going to resolve this. He's got information for sure. And the Sky Cycle pilot says, well, all right, Psy Stalker. Enjoy your walk. And he turns to head back to the Sky Cycle. Portland, you want to do anything?
I am going to stand up.
Okay, you stand up.
Yep, and just watch this guy, I guess, leave.
All right, so he goes to mount the Sky Cycle. Lex?
I really should have shot a rock at his fucking head.
So when he says, enjoy your walk, I want to say, unless you want to let us use that Sky Cycle.
He kind of chuckles as he gets back on it. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I thought I'd ask.
Portland, anything?
Nope.
All right.
I'm gonna save my PPE.
All right. So he starts up the Sky Cycle, and
as he goes, I just want to mumble under my breath, fucking asshole.
that they are, says Sly, and he takes off, rocketing back up. And Sly checks the radio there and says, something must be going on. They haven't boosted the power yet. Still have no signal.
Oh, isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, but it's unusual.
Quick question for you two. Why didn't we just take that guy down and just take his bike?
I don't know, there, Portland. How come you didn't take him down? Stick him right to the floor.
I was just following your lead there, Lex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thought it was worth playing character a little bit. You're gonna have to get used to that when we get into that depot.
Right, but we could just rode into that depot.
Well,
instead of walking.
At best, you're going to fit 2 people on that bike.
All right. Get walking then.
All right.
Thanks for not hitting me too hard. I appreciate it.
Cool. So you guys walk. Actually, you pick up the pace a bit. Sly's going to make you run.
All right.
Cool. All right. We'll jump back to the depot. We've got Senate, Old Jack, and Sir Luke with some initiative.
Hey. There he is. Sixth Sense went, right?
Yeah, for sure. All right. So the military specialist will... Old Jack's down here. All right, military specialist. He's going to attempt a disarm on Senate.
That's rude.
That's not that rude.
Time to pony up on that threat.
Yeah, seemingly.
All right, here we go. And a 6. He's trying to knock your gun out. Are you trying to resist that?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So you can dodge, or you can try to basically block him, right?
So it'd be parrying, right?
Yeah.
I might. Hang on. Still have 6 cents. That's +3 to dodge, so probably go with a
Dodge
dodge.
will use up your attack.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Nah, in that case, we'll just parry.
Okay. So you just basically kind of use the rifle. Like you let go of the rifle there to push his hand out of the way. Okay. Yeah, no problem. You parry his attempt. That brings us to Sir Luke. You see the guy go for the gun.
I'm going to bring my sai sword up to his throat and say, I'm going to ask you please not to do that again.
Okay, so you point your sai sword at him. Basically, you can't really bring it to his throat. He's kind of in a fighting stance, but you point it at him and you tell him to not do that again. Senate, your attack.
Yeah, at this point, I'm really getting annoyed with this whole thing. I don't like the fact that he's got that MDC arm. He's already demonstrated that he's being aggressive here, trying to lead us here, there, everywhere. I kind of got to shoot him because I can't really wait for his follow-up potential MDC fist attack.
Yep, with a -6 to the attack. And he can attempt to parry to push your gun out of the way because it's so close. So
Yeah. All right.
Were we making noise?
there would be some noise once something. I mean, so far it's been an attempt at getting a gun. The gun got blocked. The gun blocked his attempt, and you talked. So that's the noise so far.
So maybe.
But Senate is going to.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I don't think instinctively he would try to get a gun now that it's been jostled like that. I might just zap him.
Okay,
Right.
so you're gonna have to make a strike roll to touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, hi, friend.
I think you got him. He'll as you've electrified your hand, basically he's going to try to dodge that. He can only dodge on a natural 20, but he's going to give it his best shot anyway. And he does
Jesus.
not. He does not.
We're close.
And so you touch him, and cool, roll that d6, man. 400 SDC as you basically blast him to smithereens. Like he's just a smoking hulk that drops there. And
So I'm going to quickly look at Senego, like a kind of angry. So was that necessary?
The guy trying to steal weapons from us with an MDC weapon bolted to his arm. Was that necessary?
I had a sword on him.
I had a gun on him and it didn't stop him the first time either.
Yes, have this argument. Do it.
Christ.
Have the argument. Have the argument.
And you use that sword to get this locker open.
Yeah.
I can taste it. It's fantastic.
Stop it.
Stop what? Oh, what are you talking about, man? This is fantastic. I love this.
You're a terrible human being.
No, I'm not.
Go back to blowing up. Go back to blowing up bars when no one's looking.
Yes. Go. So I'll kind of look at
Ooh,
Senate
that hurts so much.
because
A murder's a murder, isn't it? Ah, fantastic. Go ahead.
I'm conflicted. I'm very conflicted what's going on right now.
And that happened right in front of your face. At least the one I did was away from the area. You didn't even see that. Tisk tisk.
That's the line you're going to draw in the sand. You waited till he looked the other way.
I don't know. Yeah, pretty much. Why not?
Well, at least you picked a big line.
A big what?
A big line. That's good.
I don't understand what that means.
It's just not a huge differentiation, really.
In the
I'm-
meantime, I'm going.
clearly
oh,
saying it isn't a
somebody rolled something.
differentiation.
Game
Thank you.
Master. Oh, Game Master rolled something. We're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So
Oh, I hope that big fucking hulking thing comes and shoots the shit out of you
Jesus,
guys.
fuck. You're such a dick.
Why
so
not? At this
so
point-
Lex and Senate in your helmets, or sorry, over your radios. For Senate, that would be in his helmet. You hear test, test. This is a test of the radio communications. I don't know how long I can keep this channel open. Switch to channel, and he says, gives a channel for encrypted communication.
Do
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
gonna
how
switch to
to
that
do
channel.
that? Yeah.
Do you have
In the
radio
meantime,
basic?
I'm going... Oh, do I have radio basic?
Yes. Yes,
a
I do.
Great question.
Yeah, then you would know how to do it. You don't have to roll. You would know how to do it. Sly will attempt to jam the signal on that new frequency.
I don't think I have radio basic.
And he does not.
Oh, man. Those are some big rolls.
Yeah. All right.
In
And
the meantime, I'm going to try to cut open the locker.
oh, that's not a problem. You can easily cut a hole through that because you do what,
Be
3d6?
careful because there's
Yeah,
explosives in there. So
I know.
we don't want a kaboom.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Golgotha's not mad, but Lex is, or not Lex, Lucas kind of mad.
All right. So you cut through the outer door there, and it'll take a little while. Sly says to Lex, "I can't block the signal. I don't know what he's doing."
Okay, well let's get there fast.
Yeah,
Do we need to start running?
we've been running.
I'm a little further behind.
Yeah, there's poor. Yeah,
Our
And-
prisoner is 25 meters behind us.
that's right.
It's okay. We'll get there, guys.
Do you want to call in assistance from that sky cycle?
No, that guy was an asshole.
Do you think?
Read the room.
And let's be
God
real.
damn.
Anybody coalition is an asshole.
Was it yes or a no? I'm not sure what that is.
All right, says Sly. Maybe we might be able to take their sky cycles, he says.
Oh shit! Hint, hint.
Well, we can. We just need more than one sky cycle.
Yeah. Maybe he's
Seeing
got
a
a
dog
friend.
boy ride a sky cycle is going to be just as questionable.
Yeah, I suppose so. All right, let's run.
Damn right you do.
Okay, so, Sir Luke, you get that thing open. Inside is quite a bit of ordnance, grenades, fusion blocks. Yeah, old Jack brings the hover truck in. And,
I'll start loading up because, and as I do, I'm going to call the Jack. Jack, you wouldn't happen to know how to set explosives on a timer, would you?
yeah, he says.
I'm
can do
thinking
that.
maybe we want to leave a bit of a surprise while we get away.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea.
Get the Samus armor and anything else that will go boom.
Well, he says, these guys, and he taps the fusion blocks, can pretty well disable those Samus power armor, but we want these for our friend in the cave.
Right. I just want explosives to cause a lot of damage and a lot of chaos here.
Yeah. Well, here, and he hands
Chaos. That's like your middle name.
you a small canister with a flashing red light on it. Says, that's a plasma grenade. Drop one of those on the inside of each one of these Samus power armor and you'll disable them. Melt every control surface there is inside.
I could do that, and I have no problem doing that, but I also want the explosives to be able to for them to focus on rather than us getting away.
Well, I'd rather fly away from here rather than have a UAR-1 shoot at us with long-range missiles.
Fair enough. So, anyways, I'll start loading stuff up, and you could do that.
How about you unload those guys first?
Done.
And he points at the guys in the back of the truck.
I'll pull them out like 4 at a time.
All right, over to Senate.
If we've got them, I'll start lugging them as well.
All right, cool. And old Jack grabs a rocket launcher and a case of mini missiles. This might come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts it in the back. Let's see what happens here. Perception checks from the two of you.
Perception show. Wait, computer froze on me. Just a second here. There we go.
All right. And Senate, your sixth sense goes off again.
Oh, God.
Something bad's about to happen. Sir Luke, you look over your shoulder and you see a guy kneeling in the doorway with a rifle looking down the scope at you.
Sorry, who was he aiming at?
Me.
Just generally you guys in your general direction.
I'm going to
he is wearing dead boy armor now.
I am going to throw up my shield.
I totally heard I'm going to throw up.
No.
Oh, you don't have your arms covered yet.
No, I do not.
I will drop the explosive and then step between him and Sir Luke.
Let's do an
drop
initiative check first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Place the explosive down. Don't drop it.
I'd rather it get dropped than it get kaboomed.
Well, I'm worried if you drop it, it will go kaboom. Oh, that was terrible. Wow, that was awful.
Oh my God, I have so little ISP.
All right.
That was Magnum's plan this whole time. Nickel and dime me with constant sixth sense.
Senate, what are you doing?
All right. So he's in dead boy armor. He's sporting a rifle. What kind of a rifle? Like
standard rifle, like the one that you have.
Oh,
C12.
Shit.
Yeah, C12.
That's not good. Fuck, I was
Turn off his brain.
No, it's a C12. So I would have a much better chance of just turning off the rifle, I think.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't want to run the risk of fucking this up, to be honest. So I will use the other part of electrokinesis. I get 12 interactions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the rifle seems important.
Yeah.
Start with that.
Okay.
If he's got a radio.
Yeah. For sure.
He's got, again, can I start picking apart?
He has several
components of
radios,
that armor?
actually. He has several radios.
Yeah.
You can sense several of those. Yep. You can turn those off.
Yeah, let's kill that. Can I turn off his visuals because he's looking through a helmet, or is he looking through like glass?
No, it's glass that would have a sort of red tint overlay. It doesn't have any enhancement.
Okay. Does he have a jetpack on?
Nope. But he does have a backpack on that seems to have an antenna on the back.
Yeah, no, this is probably the communications officer. Let's just turn off the millions of radios and any electronic weapons.
Okay. So vibro knife.
Yep.
Sidearm. He has less than 12 things on him. Yep. Cool. All right. So you reach out with the electrokinesis and I would say he's definitely within, what are you, third level? So he's definitely within 60 feet. Sure. All right. You have shut off his devices he goes to shoot, and he is not able to. Old Jack will... he's still holding one of those glowing... one of those things with the flashing light on it, so he will chuck that grenade at him. And he will miss.
Oh, God.
Which
no.
causes it to go off. He's in the blast radius, however. And that will do a good amount of damage. Yeah. So that is 20 divided by 2. So that's 10 points of damage to him. As basically the entire area around lights up in a big fireball that melts things and the like. 10 points of damage. There we go. And back to Sir Luke. What are you doing?
Well, let's see. Ideally, like we want to get moving, right? So, if they're handling that, I could start loading up the ordinances.
Okay. Cool.
And I could probably do it in like 1 or 2.
Yeah, you grab as much stuff as you can and throw it in there. All right.
What you do?
There we go.
Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I definitely don't like that. No, I don't like that at all.
So you start loading things up. Senate, you're on.
Don't like that at all, guys.
You can hear...
Okay. Not good.
Not good at all.
I don't have a good plan for dealing with that robot, but we got to deal with this guy behind us. He's otherwise disarmed and can't communicate. I'm going to shut his brain off.
Okay.
Just do less.
Nope.
Shit.
All right. You can see the legs and lower torso of the UAR-1 come into view as it steps around the corner, stepping in there. And yeah, not necessarily a good place to be, guys.
I think we need another exit.
I agree.
Says no. This is what old Jack, as the comms guy tries to radio on his turn. He can't do anything. It's just not working. Old Jack says, Senate, push one of these to the robot's leg, and he holds out what looks like a small black briefcase with some flashing lights on the front of it.
Would do if I could. Out of juice.
Sir Luke?
Can I throw it?
You could try to throw it, yeah. He tosses it to you.
Okay.
You're gonna have to kind of like hammer throw this thing. It's a heavy briefcase. Yeah, you're aiming for the leg, so you're gonna use up an attack doing a called shot. That's the first attack as you start spinning with the thing.
Yeah.
The thing's getting closer. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull rifle.
Okay, you draw a rifle. Cool.
Yep.
All right. The UAR-1 backs up a little bit, so its upper torso comes into play, and you can see that its 2 laser turrets focus in on Sir Luke, who is spinning around there, and gives a blast.
Oh, dear.
That'll hit. You're going to keep up with your action to throw?
Yeah, I've got it. I don't think I have a choice.
So that's 14 mega damage off your armor.
All right, that's...
As you see these 2 beams kind of slice across the floor and converge on your chest there.
All right, sorry, let me just take off the damage here. So that's, you said 14, you said?
14, yep.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Luckily, he doesn't have a gunner, otherwise it would get 2 shots around. Anyway,
46.
Yeah.
So I got 34 left.
All right, and the communications officer charges towards Senate, who is leveling his rifle. He's making that way across, and he's drawing. Well, sorry. Before he started charging, he drew his vibro knife, and will be moving in that direction. Unfortunately, it doesn't turn on. Old Jack is going to. He's going to lob another grenade in the direction of the guy running at him. Before he gets too close. Well, that one hits. So that's nice. So that's going to be 21 more points of damage to this guy. As he's engulfed in flames. There's a lot of damage being done here from plasma grenades. And that brings us now to Sir Luke.
Okay, so do I just do any combat throw just to
do a D20 plus 2.
Oh, D20.
Yeah, do
D20
that.
plus 2. Okay, let's
Yeah.
do that. All right, D20.
No, you rolled 2 D20. But
Oh,
we'll
sorry.
take the 15's the first one, so we'll add 2, and that is 17. So interestingly, it worked out that way. That will hit the leg.
Task failed successfully.
Yeah. And he set the timer for a very short while, and so it hits the leg, and it will go off, and it's a terribly bright flash. So for anybody that's not wearing environmental armor, you have your helmet on, Sir Luke?
I do indeed. I remember to put that on.
Okay, good. So luckily you've got some flare compensation there, as basically the thing goes nuclear, and that's a small tactical nuke that you threw there called a fusion block, and it basically the leg is severed, and the UAR-1 falls forward onto its front. So, and it is. You can already see the laser turrets, and everything like that, trying to get and the turret on the corner trying to focus on what's going on there. You can hear as the other UAR-1 begins to approach.
We need to get out, guys.
Yeah, load up fast. Grab anything and everything you can. Get it in there.
Okay, well, I think I probably would have gotten most of the stuff we need anyway, so let's go.
You've only acted once. That was 3 seconds, so no. You have not gotten most of everything.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I would have.
Yeah, you had one action that you did that, and that was it.
Okay,
so,
I thought I was already loading stuff up.
Yeah,
okay.
you guys were ahead of time, so yeah, he's just trying to get you guys on there. We got to... that thing has got missiles. We're never going to be able to fly, and a railgun. We're never going to be able to fly away from the next one. Load me up as he picks up the rocket launcher. Missiles are in the case.
Okay.
And he will run out there.
Well, we still have the comms operator, right?
Yeah.
To deal with.
Comms operator. What would you like to do with him?
I mean, he's bum rushing me. I've got my gun out, so.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh.
Beautiful natural 20 from old Jack as he fires off a missile at that guy.
That was at the perfect time.
Yeah. And that will, it puts a big dent into the leg of the other thing. We're just kind of playing real quick here. What do you want to, so you're going to shoot the guy running at you?
Yeah, whatever the longest burst I can take is.
There are no bursts, but it's a maximum setting of 46 damage. So give her a shot.
Let's do that.
Yeah. An 8 will hit, and he will try to dodge. Because he's already taken quite a bit of damage, and he does dodge, but that uses up his attack. And old Jack yells, "Luke, load another one in!" As the UAR-1 launches a volley of mini missiles at you guys.
Loading.
And the missiles will hit for... Ooh, that's not good. All right.
Jeez.
Luke, you are going to need to dodge behind the truck. Otherwise, you're toast.
I will. Okay, I will dodge behind the truck.
Roll your dodge.
Yep.
You do it. Look at that. Wonderful. And 3 high explosive mini missiles go off
Oh, Jesus Christ.
for 63 damage to the truck. And let me roll the dodge for old Jack. I forgot to roll his dodge. Yeah, he certainly dodged as well. So the truck takes the explosion. Well, it's only half that because the truck was in the blast radius. Old Jack was the target. He gets behind the truck, and that's 31 points of damage to the truck, which it luckily can weather. However, that's not good. The other UAR-1 starts to push itself up with its arms and tries to rotate so that it can actually get a shot off from its laser cannons on the side. Back to you there, Senate.
Seeing that, yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like being far away from the truck. I'm going to just take off running in the direction of that truck.
Okay, you run in the direction of that truck. The comms officer hangs back because he does not want to be in the explosive radius there. Jack will run to the front of the truck. What are you doing, Luke?
I'm going to get in the truck.
All right. You hop in the back of the truck or the front?
Front.
Okay, you'll have to run around the truck to do that.
No, I'll get that. Sorry, the back.
Okay,
of the truck.
yeah, so you hop in the back of the truck. Old Jack will take off. That's going to be a laser shot from the one UAR-1 that's on the ground because those things can spin all the way around. Dual laser shot will hit for another 15 damage to the truck. And the other UAR-1 rolls another volley of missiles. This time it's the medium range missiles, launching 2 at the truck. There we go. 60 and 70 for 130 points of damage to the truck, and the truck begins to go down.
Jesus.
And you guys will crash in the woods there. And that's where we find Portland and Sly and Lex as you see a hover truck smoking crash into some trees. And that is where we will end this episode. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Magnum Pi with Teku, Golgotha, Vahilo, and Dark Templar, and we are Initiative 0.